Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on a comfort food classic. We're making cube steak and gravy. You don't get no more comfort food than that. It's a classic dish. Takes a little time, a little patience, but as always, it's well worth it. So let's get to it. Thanks again for tuning in to BKC Cooks. If you're new here, if you haven't done it already, do me a favor. Click that subscribe button and click that bell so you're notified when I drop a new video. Today we're working on cube steak. If you've never had it before, it's absolutely delicious. Cube steak is usually a cut of round steak that they've tenderized back there in the butcher shop. It's a tougher cut of meat, a lot of connective tissue, but that means there's a lot of flavor. And so usually you want to braise this or stew it. We're going to brown it. We're going to braise it in a delicious onion gravy. And it's going to come out perfect. Done this a million times, and you can do it too. I'm making a really big pot of this. I have a big family. I'm doing 6 steaks today. You can cut this in half and do 3, or you can do 2. And you just do the math and cut those in half or in quarters, however you need to do it. So let's get our ingredients together. We'll get those steaks browned and then get into it. Let's go. Here's what we'll need. I have 6 cube steaks, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, kosher salt, half canola oil, fresh cracked black pepper, 1 medium onion diced, and 3 cloves of garlic minced. I have 5 cups of beef stock. I'm keeping that warm on the stove behind me. We'll start by seasoning our steaks. We're going to season both sides with salt and pepper. Fresh cracked is always best when you're using black pepper. These aren't super thick cuts of meat, so you're not going to season these heavy the way you would a thick steak. And once you got your seasoning on, make sure you give it a good pat and make sure all the seasoning is sticking. Next, we're going to season our flour, again with just salt and pepper. You don't want to go too heavy here, you just want to get some kind of seasoning in that flour. And then just take a fork and give it a quick whisk and make sure everything's mixed up really well. Next, we'll dredge the steaks in the seasoned flour. Give them a good press, make sure that they're completely covered with flour. Flip them over, find any bare spots. Just fill them in, give them a good rub of flour. Then shake off any excess. You've got a perfectly dredged steak. So I have a deep, heavy skillet. It's heating up over medium-high heat. I'm going to get a couple tablespoons of oil down. We're going to get our steaks in. You notice I'm laying these steaks in away from me. That way we don't get any oil that splashes up on us. Take your time. Just lay them in easy. No splash. I'm going to give my pan a swirl just to get the oil around the edges. I'm going to let these brown 2 or 3 minutes just until they're golden brown. Now that we got them nice and golden brown, we're going to flip them over, but we're going to add a little bit of oil. That flour sucks up quite a bit of the oil we had in the pan. So keep your oil handy. Quick squirt, brown the other side. And just continue the process for the rest of the steaks. All right, so the last 2 steaks are brown. We're going to get those out, reserve them on a plate. You can see they're perfectly golden brown. That's the color you're looking for. It's going to make all the difference in your gravy. Now we'll turn the heat down to medium. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of oil. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of the seasoned flour that we used to dredge the steaks. I'm eyeballing it here, but feel free to measure it if you're not confident in what a 1/4 cup looks like. So what we're making here is a roux, and that's the thickening agent for our gravy. It's a base for a lot of thickened sauces. So you want to stir and scrape this. Take your time with it and go slow. We're trying to get a dark chocolate color to this. You can burn this easily if your heat is too high. So take your time, especially if it's your first time doing it. Stay on a lower flame or a lower heat. But you want to stir and scrape, stir and scrape. And you want to stir this constantly so it doesn't burn. It might smoke on you a little bit. Don't let that alarm you. That's normal. You want your consistency of this to be like almost a thin peanut butter, not super thick. You don't want it really runny. You don't want it greasy. Just a nice smooth consistency. And again, keep stirring until you get a nice chocolate color. So now we got a nice chocolate color. Our consistency is good. This is what we're looking for right here. Now we're going to add the onions. And just a quick tip, y'all, when you're stirring your roux, take your time and do it slow. Don't burn yourself like I did. When that stuff gets on your skin, it does not feel good. So back to the roux and the onions. Once you add your onions, this is as dark as your roux will get. Once you hit those onions in there, it's going to slow down any cooking. It's going to cool that down. It just won't get any more brown. And keep in mind also, your gravy will be a little lighter than this once you add your beef stock. But it's still going to be nice and brown, and it will look great. So let these onions sweat down for about 3 or 4 minutes, just till they soften up a little bit. Now we're going to add a third of the beef stock that we've been keeping on the stove. By doing this in thirds and giving it a good stir in between each time, this will prevent any lumps from forming. And it'll just help you get a nice smooth gravy. So give that a stir. Add another third of the stock, and then repeat the process until all your stock is added. Now all of our stock is in. We've got our roux stirred up really well. It's time to add the steaks. Let's try to get these in one by one. You want to layer them as best as you can. Get them submerged in that gravy. So we're trying to braise these, so if we can get them submerged in the gravy, which is really going to be our braising liquid, we'll have a much better result than if they just sit on top. So take your time, try to get them all in there. So after you got your last steak in, make sure you clear your plate. Don't leave any of that stuff out. Put all that good stuff in that gravy. And never mind that bonus steak. They gave me 7. I thought I had 6, but I won't complain about an extra steak. So get those arranged. We're going to put a lid on these and let them stew down. Oh, wait a minute. Turn our heat down to a simmer. And y'all, I almost forgot to put the garlic in. So this is a good catch. It was a great time to put it in. You want to put it in, let this all stew together. But get your garlic in. Don't make the mistake like I did. Put it in before you put your steaks in. But at any rate, I'm just going to stir this up really well. It's still going to come out really good. As these are simmering, you want to stir it about every 15 minutes. Make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom. So it's been half an hour. We're going to give these a check. Get a nice big spoon. Looks like they're coming along really nicely. They're getting tender. Our gravy's getting nice and thick. They're not fork tender yet, but they are getting there. So again, y'all, about every 15 minutes, give these a stir. Make sure nothing's sticking. But yeah, we're coming along good. We'll put the lid back on these and let them keep braising. All right, it's been 30 more minutes. Let's take a look at these. Gravy is looking super thick. It's coating the spoon really well. Our steaks are looking super tender. Let's try one of these here. Oh yeah, see that? I'm able to cut that steak with a spoon. Again, our gravy's looking great, and I do believe it's time to serve. Let's eat, y'all. All right, y'all, so our cube steaks are all done. They're super tender. I'm serving mine up with some white rice. I got the gravy on there. It's absolutely the best way to do it. Mashed potatoes will be really good with this too, but as you notice, I've got a spoon. These things are so tender, you don't need a fork, you don't need a knife. You just cut that with your spoon. If you can't cut it with a spoon, you didn't cook it long enough. Hold on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Melt in your mouth. My goodness. Yes, sir. Pro tip, I like to put a little cayenne pepper on mine. If you like it spicy, that's the way to do it. But hopefully y'all will make this. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Let me know how it turns out. When you get a chance, do me a favor, y'all, as always. Click that subscribe button, click that bell so you're notified when I drop a new video. And I wish good eating to y'all. Stay safe, stay home. Let's all get through this together. Take it easy now.